has been around for a long time. It's been around in the Commonwealth of Nations. It's been around in America. As a little boy in my great aunt's house where my great uncle lived, who was a survivor of World War I, on the wall there was a big plaque, not exactly a plaque, a big document behind a frame. It showed a soldier kneeling and with an angel with a sword knighting that soldier. It's because my Uncle Bat was a disabled American veteran from World War I. The word that I always heard at that young age, in the early 50s, was Armistice Day. They called it Armistice Day. And whenever they discussed something about it's Armistice Day, as a young child, I always remembered that document that was behind the glass over my great aunt's Victrola in the living room. There are not a lot of names for this day. It's only in 1954 that the holiday of Veterans Day came along that encompassed all of the wars, all of the veterans. Another name for today is Remembrance Day. In the United Kingdom and in all the former colonies of England and a total of 53 nations around the world, they call it Remembrance Day. They call it Remembrance Sunday, sometimes referred to as Poppy Sunday. And as a child, I remember having paper poppies at school and on the street that my father bought them and put them on his lapel. Memorial Day in May is the day that we remember those that have died in the wars. And Veterans Day, Armistice Day, Remembrance Day is the day that we bring to mind all the people that have served, living and dead. We think of Poppy Day, we think of the poem in Flanders Fields that was popular at this time. It was written by a physician in Canada, whereupon those that had died in Flanders Fields were flown over by the larks that flew over the poppies in Flanders Field. It was a very popular poem. It's said by some of the most popular poems in the early 20th century. Today's readings talk in gospel where Jesus said, after he had sent out 70 of his disciples to minister in the world, 2 by 2, be happy that you are written in the book of life, rather than you having power over Satan and his demons. Be happy that you're in the book. The reading from Malachi in a different version of the Bible is a little easier to understand. It was at a time that they said they were thinking about God, talking about God, testifying to one another about their belief in God. And the easier reading version says, all those who truly respected the Lord and honored his name started discussing these things, and when God saw what was happening, he had their names written as a reminder in his book. Then the Lord all-powerful said, you people are precious to me, and when I come again to bring justice, I will protect you, just as parents protect an obedient child. Then everyone will once again see the difference between those who obey me and do right and those who reject me and do wrong. So these people's names were written in a book in heaven. And then Jesus tells his disciples, be happy that your names are written in the book in heaven. You are victorious. You are victorious over the enemy, Satan, and his devils. What better day than on Veterans Day, where we celebrate our victories over totalitarianism throughout the world, godless governments, cruel governments, ISIS, all these types of evil products of Satan that are designed to bring death and suffering into the world. Jesus Christ said, I know ye shall have trouble in this world, but I have overcome the world. Have faith in me. In the name of the Father, the Son,